Did you ever wonder how some lizards choose their mates? Can you imagine a high school using a webcam to spy on their students in their home? Welcome to the channel. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you'll be notified when we post a new video. Now here are 20 mind-blowing facts you probably didn't know. Fact 1. In 2007, Lower Merion High School issued an Apple MacBook to each of its 2,306 students, then remotely activated the webcams to spy on the students at home. In 2010, a lawsuit was filed against the school after a 15-year-old high school sophomore was disciplined at school for his behavior in his bedroom. Without informing its students, the school remotely accessed their school-issued laptops to secretly take pictures of students in their own homes, their chat logs, and records of the websites they visited. The school then transmitted thousands of images to servers at the school, where school authorities reviewed them and shared the snapshots with others. The revelation sparked outrage, and in July 2010, another student filed a second lawsuit. In October 2010, the school district agreed to pay $610,000 to settle the two lawsuits and no longer practices this surveillance. However sleep-deprived you may be, you're probably still better rested than a northern elephant seal. Fact 2. These seals nap less than 20 minutes at a time and average just 2 hours of total sleep per day. To avoid predators, the seals dive down deep until they start to nod off and glide. As sleep takes over, they flip belly up, twirling downward before waking up to swim to the surface and catch a breath. Sometimes they snooze on the ocean floor. The whole cycle takes less than half an hour. Few stories are as remarkable as Theo Albrecht, co-founder of Aldi. Fact 3. In 1971, Albrecht was kidnapped and held for ransom. For 17 days his fate hung in the balance. His captors demanded a hefty sum for his return. Albrecht negotiated the ransom down to 7 million marks. Upon release, he quickly returned to expanding Aldi. He even tried to claim the ransom as a tax-deductible expense. The tax authorities denied his claim. In the unforgiving landscapes of the American Southwest, a curious drama unfolds amongst the rocks and scrub. The common side-blotched lizard engages in an elaborate game of survival and mating. Fact 4. These lizards exhibit a fascinating polymorphism, coming in 3 distinct varieties. The orange-throated brute relies on aggression. The yellow throat is a cunning strategist. The blue throat fiercely guards his mate. This interplay mirrors rock, paper, scissors, with each type holding an advantage over another. This is the Atacama Desert in Chile, one of the driest places on Earth, where rain is a rare visitor and the sun reigns supreme. Fact 5. Within this unforgiving landscape lies the Altiplano Plateau, sunniest place on Earth. Visitors to the Altiplano Plateau in Chile's Atacama Desert should be sure to pack sunscreen. This high-altitude region gets hit with an average of 308 watts of sunshine per square meter, the most intense sunlight anywhere on Earth. At altitudes over 4,000 meters, the air is thin and the sun's rays beat down relentlessly. The Altiplano receives a staggering 308 watts of solar radiation per square meter, unmatched anywhere else on Earth. This intense solar bombardment is due to high altitude, clear skies, and the reflective salt flats. Plants have evolved unique adaptations to withstand the intense UV radiation, while animals seek refuge from the scorching sun. Visitors to this extraordinary region must come prepared, for the sun's embrace here is both a blessing and a curse. The Academy Awards, a night where the best of cinema is celebrated. Yet in the realm of animation, a curious pattern emerges. Fact 6. No animated film has ever won an Oscar for Best Picture. In fact, only 3 have received nominations. Beauty and the Beast, in 1991, broke new ground. Then came Up in 2009, a poignant masterpiece. And finally, Toy Story 3 in 2010 brought toys to life. Fact 7. Khalid bin Mohsen Shari is the second heaviest person in recorded history, 1,340 pounds, was ordered by his government to undergo weight loss treatment. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, the government intervened, mandating a rigorous weight loss program under strict medical supervision. What followed was an extraordinary transformation. He lost over 700 pounds in just 6 months, and currently weighs 150 pounds. Fact 8. Despite having been dead for a year, a cat was successfully registered as a certified member of the American Association of Nutritional Consultants by her owner. The owner wanted to expose the complete lack of any verification for membership aside from payment. A cautionary tale reminding us to approach grand titles with skepticism. The power of nature can be both awe-inspiring and devastating. Fact 9. During Hurricane Camille in 1969, the rainfall in Virginia was so intense that birds drowned in trees, and people had to cup their hands around their faces just to breathe. According to the Weather Service, this event represented the probable maximum rainfall, a theoretical calculation of the heaviest rainfall possible. This extraordinary event highlights the importance of preparedness in the face of such powerful storms. Advances in meteorology continue to improve our understanding and forecasting of such extreme weather events, helping to mitigate their impact on communities. Fact 10. There is a garden dedicated exclusively to plants that are toxic, poisonous, or have historically been used as narcotics. Concealed behind black iron gates with clear warnings upon them is the Alnwick Poison Garden, a sanctuary for over 100 species of deadly and intoxicating plants. Visitors are greeted with the intoxicating aroma of deadly nightshade, its dark berries promising a fatal embrace. Every step within this botanical marvel is a reminder of the delicate balance between nature's beauty and its potential for harm. Visitors are often warned not to touch, taste, or smell any of the plants due to their potentially lethal properties. The animal kingdom is filled with surprising mating rituals. Fact 11. The Coolidge effect is the tendency for males to exhibit renewed sexual interest when introduced to a novel female, even if they have recently mated with available partners. The name comes from old anecdote about former U.S. President Calvin Coolidge. The tale goes that President Calvin Coolidge and his wife were touring a farm separately, and Mrs. Coolidge inquired about a rooster's frequent copulations. Upon learning that the rooster mated numerous times a day, she remarked, "Tell that to the president when he comes by." The president, upon hearing this, asked, "Same hen every time?" When told no, he replied, "Tell that to Mrs. Coolidge." This intriguing phenomenon can be observed across various species. The life of a sumo wrestler is a spectacle of tradition and strength. These colossal athletes command respect. Their physiques are the results of rigorous training and a unique diet. Fact 12. Sumo wrestlers have a life expectancy that is 5 years shorter than that of the average Japanese male. In the early days of sumo, wrestlers were often around 5 to 5 inches to 5-7 inches tall and weighed between 150 to 200 pounds. Today's wrestlers are consuming over 10,000 calories a day. They maintain their size. This leads to an accumulation of fat, straining their bodies. Their celebrated size takes a toll on their health. Their weight and diet make them susceptible to health problems. Their story is a reminder of the hidden consequences of extraordinary lifestyles. In the realm of trivia, where knowledge reigns supreme, a simple question arises. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? This game show pits adults against sharp-minded kids. The stakes? $1 million. Fact 13. Only 2 people have won the $1 million. The superintendent of Georgia Public Schools and a Nobel Prize winner in physics. Their victories remind us, knowledge deserves respect. Fact 14. The explosion of Mount Tambora in 1815 was so devastating that it eliminated an entire kingdom, along with its unique language. The explosion unleashes ash and debris, shrouding the region in darkness. Remnants were found buried under a 3 m thick layer of volcanic matter in the middle of a jungle. The eruption triggers a global climate anomaly, leading to the year without a summer. The United States, a land of vast plains and towering mountains, also possesses a hidden gem along its coastlines. Fact 15. The Intracoastal Waterway is a 3,000-mile-long network of navigable rivers, bays, and canals along the Atlantic and Gulf coasts. Stretching from Boston to Brownsville, Texas, it offers a protected route for vessels of all sizes. Shielded from the unpredictable ocean, it supports trade, tourism, and marine life. Intracoastal Waterway is a lifeline for coastal communities. Fact 16. Fear of deep bodies of water like the ocean is called thalassophobia. For those afflicted, the mere sight of the ocean's depths can trigger a cascade of anxiety, fear, and even panic. The immensity of the water, the unknown creatures that lurk beneath the surface, and the feeling of being out of one's element can be overwhelming. The causes of thalassophobia are varied, and often stemming from traumatic experiences, such as near-drowning incidents or witnessing maritime disasters. While thalassophobia can be debilitating, it is important to remember that the ocean is a source of wonder and beauty. In the intricate world of human biology, blood plays a vital role, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every cell in our bodies. Fact 17. There is a blood type so rare it's known as golden blood. This extraordinary blood type, scientifically known as Rh null, lacks all Rh antigens, making it incredibly valuable for transfusions. Fewer than 50 individuals worldwide are known to possess this blood type. The absence of Rh antigens means that Rh null blood can be safely transfused into individuals with any blood type. even those with rare, Rh-negative blood groups. This universal compatibility makes it a precious resource for medical emergencies. However, the rarity of Rh-null blood also poses a challenge. Individuals with this blood type face difficulties finding compatible donors should they ever require a transfusion. As a result, international efforts are underway to identify and register Rh-null individuals, creating a global network to ensure their well-being and the availability of this life-saving blood type. The American West, a land of vast plains, towering mesas, and unforgiving deserts, a land forever etched in our minds as the backdrop for tales of cowboys and outlaws, of gunfights at high noon and dusty trails leading towards the setting sun. But what if I told you that many of these iconic films, these cinematic tributes to the Wild West, were not filmed in the heart of America, but thousands of miles away, across the Atlantic Ocean? Fact 18. These films, called spaghetti westerns, became a global phenomenon in the 1960s and 70s. It's called such because most of these films were directed by Italians. Directed by visionary Italian filmmakers like Sergio Leone, these films include The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, starring Clint Eastwood. The New York Stock Exchange, a bustling hive of activity, a symbol of American capitalism. Here, fortunes are made and lost in the blink of an eye, but behind this financial colossus lies a curious fact. Fact 19. The very institution that facilitates the trading of thousands of companies is itself a publicly traded company. Owned by the Intercontinental Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange's own shares are bought and sold within its hallowed halls. A snake eating its own tail? Perhaps, but this unusual arrangement highlights the interconnected nature of global finance. A fascinating paradox in the intricate world of high finance. The year is 1054 AD. In the vast expanse of space, a star reaches the end of its life, culminating in a spectacular cosmic event. A supernova so bright it blazed in the daytime sky for 23 days, visible to the naked eye here on Earth. Fact 20. Half a world away, Chinese astronomers meticulously recorded this celestial spectacle, unaware that they were witnessing the birth pangs of the Crab Nebula, some 6,500 light-years distant. The light from this supernova, long faded from our skies, continues to offer us invaluable insights into the life cycle of stars. And so, we conclude our journey through the random and the remarkable. If you enjoyed these mind-blowing facts, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.